three-point shot.
It's good. Powering shot, baby.
Red Bulls takes it to the half. NetSN and Azalea Orthopedics brings you Northeast Texas Sports, the 2024 season.
Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty at 598-7800 or visit matthewsrealty.com.
You know how when you go on a trip, you want your car to be as clean as it can be, inside and out. That's because you're getting ready to take a journey. Well, that's what we're doing here with the pregame show, getting you ready for the Rough Rider baseball. That's why Will Blackshear and all his staff at B3 Car Wash invite you to come by and get the car clean and invite you to enjoy the pregame show.
Evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Horseshoe. It's a beautiful night. Got a home game against the Carthage Bulldogs. I'm here with the counselor, Mr. Stephen Shires, Chris Watlington, and Jason Locke. We are broadcasting live at the Horseshoe.
It's senior night, Locke.
Senior night. We're kind of stumbling a little bit to let Carthage get done because we're going to introduce our seniors here in a few moments.
But guess what, Locke? It ain't going to take long.
It won't take
long. Because only two.
There's Dose seniors, yes. And we have Coach talking about the seniors, and at some point during the game, it'll be good to have his thoughts on it. But we'll carry the senior night live. Where are we on this program?
We are at the Hope Medical Injury Report time.
And as far as I know, there are no new injuries. There are some that happened earlier in the season.
Well, Locke, I mean, it may not be an injury, but Jason, you noticed something that's odd and maybe slightly disturbing if you're a Rough Rider fan.
Yeah, not sure what's going on, but Logan Horton is not in the lineup tonight. He is not in uniform. Saw him walking around up here in the crowd. He was scratched off the lineup, so don't have any information yet. We'll try to find out as the game goes on.
All right. Well, we had a chance to visit with Coach about the Carthage Bulldogs, the last series of the year. Whole series brought to you by Panola College right there in Carthage. So this is what Coach said.
They're tough. I mean, they swing it well. They play really good defense. Coach Causey does a really good job coaching these guys up, getting them prepared. I think they don't really have the mentality of who they're playing. They just want who's next.
All right, that's the way to do it.
Absolutely. Our guys are starting to get there. We've the last couple of weeks, we've really kind of started to go in that direction. So we got a lot to grow on from this year.
Thanks. There you go. That's the JBA Coaches Talk here in the B3 Car Wash pregame show. And, y'all, that's going to be my contribution tonight. I'm running off to Nacogdoches, but good luck with senior night and this important game against Carthage. Man, it would be good to steal one or two from these guys.
Yeah, well, we'll see what happens. I mean, it's interesting because this is a little bit different from Carthage team. They're clearly behind Spring Hill, and I don't know if they're sitting in the second spot. I think they may be, but them and Kilgore are kind of right there together.
Yeah, Spring Hill definitely the perennial favorite. You know, just puts together an incredible year. I don't think they've lost a district game. Carthage comes in and a place they're not accustomed to. They're either tied for second or possibly third right now. We're not sure.
Right, they're right there together. I think they're in second, but I mean, the Kilgore, depending on how they did with them here lately. Anyway, let's take a break. We're going to hear from B3, which brings us the B3 Car Wash pregame show, along with Hope Medical and an outfit that you know well, JBA Financial. We'll be right back. This is the B3 Car Wash pregame show live here on NetSN.
B3, that's the name. What does that name mean to you? B3 Oregon, dude. It's the sound of the 60s. B3 is the only thing that is before B4. It's a vitamin, good for the teeth and bones. None of the above. It's B3 Car Wash right there on Tenha Highway. You can do it yourself or you can drive through. It's B3 Car Wash.
We're going to break in. We'll get back with those ads here in a minute, but we do have our senior night where we have two. We have Kobe Loud and Hunter Mosley.
Your hard work, effort, and commitment is appreciated. To the parents, thank you for your support of this program and these young men. Thank you for driving them to and from practice, picking them up from games, but most of all, thank you for raising these young men to be hardworking, respectful, dedicated young men. And now let's meet our seniors and their families. Number 20, Hunter Cooper.
Hunter Cooper, sorry.
Yeah, our first senior of the night, number 20, Hunter Cooper, comes
Hunter
out.
is escorted by sister Jody Cooper and best friend Cody Atkinson.
His family and a couple
His
of
favorite
teammates
baseball
come
memory
out
is
on
all
the field.
games he played with his brothers. The accomplishment he is most proud of is only blowing one motor in his truck and being able to fix it and put it back together. Hunter's future plans are to pursue a career in safety management in the construction industry. His advice for future players is practice does not make perfect. Perfect practice makes perfect.
Sounds like a coach saying.
Yeah, I wonder where he heard that. I bet he picked that up somewhere from one of the coaches. So Hunter
Number
Cooper
9,
being applauded
Colby
here.
Loud.
And our other senior, our starting catcher, number 9, Colby Loud.
Colby is escorted by his parents, Shad and Casey Loud, brothers Eli and Dylan, and sister Allie. Colby's favorite baseball memory is beating Nacogdoches 3-2 in the opening night of the tournament his sophomore year. The accomplishment he is most proud of is being voted Mr. CHS. Colby's future plans are to attend Texas A&M University in College Station. And his advice for future players is swing hard in case you hit it.
And Colby Loud heading on to Texas A&M, a future Aggie there, being introduced with his family. Had a monster game Friday night.
Center varsity baseball team.
We'll get to that in just a minute.
Sophomore and junior teammates. TJ Bellin, Logan Horton, Caleb Mosley, and Luke Hendricks would like to present Colby Loud and Hunter Cooper a gift for a job well done. Good luck, Colby and Hunter.
And a nice gift presented to both of our seniors from their teammates. What a nice touch. Yeah, Colby had a triple and a double and a couple of huge defensive plays in the Friday night win.
Wow. That's good to hear. Hopefully he can continue that on this week in this series against Carthage.
Yeah, we interviewed Colby after the game, and the coach even said he made one slight change in the batting cage in the middle of the week, and it just suddenly everything came together for him. It was like he saw the light, and the ball looked like a beach ball coming to the plate, and he hit it well Friday night.
Oh, very good. So that's our senior night here with two seniors. What was Hunter's last name? Because he doesn't.
Hunter Cooper.
Hunter Cooper. And then, of course, Kobe Loud, our starting catcher. We'll hear from Gaddy's Medical, which brings us our Spirit Spotlight, which is our senior night. We'll do that. We'll get ready to wrap up the pregame show as we are about 5 minutes away from first pitch.
Gaddy's Medical Supply. It's your one-stop shop for the supplies and the equipment that you need as you go along your recovery. Their compassionate and knowledgeable staff is there to help you as you get better. Gaddy's Medical Supply. B3, that's the name. What does that name mean to you? B3 Oregon, dude. It's the sound of the 60s. B3 is the only thing that is before B4. It's a vitamin, good for the teeth and bones. None of the above. It's B3 Car Wash right there on Tenha Highway. You can do it yourself or you can drive through. It's B3 Car Wash.
All right, folks, welcome back. Again, this is the B3 Car Wash pregame show. We're going to hop back to the Hope Medical injury report because we do have a report from Jason Locke.
So we noted earlier that Logan Horton was not in uniform. He is in the dugout with his teammates, but apparently he had dove for a ball while pitching the other night and landed on his knee on the mound. They thought he could work it out, but it has gotten worse, and so he is scratched tonight, and that's a big gap for the Rough Riders not having Logan Horton on the field.
Yeah, either on the mound or out there, whether it's shortstop or third base. I mean, that's a huge loss, and which means that either Wolf will either pitch tonight or pitch Friday. Who pitched last Friday, Locke?
So Wolf pitched Friday night. We'll have Sutton Link starting on the mound
Link
tonight so that Wolf is at third with Horton being out and TJ Bellins at short.
All right, now it's time, folks. We get ready to, again, wrapping up the pregame show. Time for our Ray Jones Chevrolet keys to the game. All right, Jason, we'll start with you. What are the keys?
What we saw Friday night was the Riders didn't make a lot of mistakes. They just played solid baseball. Of course, Wolf pitched a great game, what we're accustomed to with Easton, but the defense played well behind him. There were no errors. We took care of the baseball. We hit the ball well. Didn't make any big errors on the base pass. I mean, we just played baseball.
Right.
And that's the key.
As opposed to what we saw up in Gilmer, in that I wouldn't say it's a monsoon, but a steady falling rain, where we made a bunch of unforced errors.
Yeah, several defensive errors. We got picked off on a couple of bases, got caught in some rundowns. We didn't see any of that Friday night. The Riders much more buttoned up, much more solid with the defense, and it made a good outing for Easton Wolf. And he mentioned that in the game or in the post game when we interviewed him, how much more confident he pitched, knowing his defense was playing well behind him.
So good defensive play with just buttoned up play on the defensive end is your key. My key is I want to see us continuing to get these hits. I mean, we've made contact with the ball all year long, but first few games we just hit it right to the other side. We've started to see that kind of be better and better. And you said that Friday night we really exploded.
Yeah, we hit the ball well. We never actually their pitcher went the entire game. Yeah. He pitched the full 7 innings, but we tagged him for a couple of hits. We drew a walk here or there. We stole a couple of bases, and we just worked ourselves into good positions, which we just haven't done lately. So we keep that up tonight, hit the baseball hard, work ourselves into good positions. We can beat anybody.
Sounds good. That's our Ray Jones Chevrolet keys to the game. We get ready for the first pitch. The managers have met, so we're going to close this thing out. We're from B3 Car Wash, and then we come back. We'll get ready for the first pitch with Sutton Leak right after this.
Hello, Rough Rider fans. It's time for some more Rough Rider baseball. The Rough Riders on Tuesday night go to Gilmer to take on the Buckeyes. Last game, the Rough Riders played another near breakthrough. They were 1-1 through 5 innings against the division-leading Spring Hill Panthers. But the Riders are 2-8. They've beaten Gilmer. They've beaten Henderson. Henderson's the team that we're chasing for the playoffs. Gilmer will have to beat them twice to have any chance at a playoff berth. Rough Riders are currently in 5th, 1 game behind Henderson. Gilmer, to this point, is struggling. They've not won a single district game. This is the team that the Rough Riders have to beat to stay in it. So it's the Buckeyes versus the Rough Riders. The series brought to you by Farmers State Bank. We'll bring you the first pitch next.
B3, that's the name. What does that name mean to you? B3 Oregon, dude. It's the sound of the 60s. B3 is the only thing that is before B4. It's a vitamin, good for the teeth and bones. None of the above. It's B3 Car Wash right there on Tenha Highway. You can do it yourself or you can drive through. It's B3 Car Wash. Panola is proud of its perennial baseball playoff team, the Panola Ponies. They're also proud to have facilities near the baseball fields in Center and in Carthage High School. Panola College says go Rough Riders and Bulldogs.
All right, so Jason Light, we have the Rough Riders starting lineup. What do we have this evening?
So the Riders are going to start off with Sutton Link in the one hole tonight. He'll be our starting pitcher. Easton Wolf is going to come in batting second, and he'll play third base. Cody Atkinson goes back to his spot in center field. TJ Bellin bats cleanup, playing shortstop tonight. Lane Jaden in the 5-hole over at first base. Case Milford holds down second base. Colby Lout behind the dish, catching on senior night for the Rough Riders. Then Gage Bedreen, who is going to start in left field for the Riders tonight. And finally, Caleb Mosley. Caleb back in his spot in right field. And we are set up and ready for the national anthem here at the Horseshoe.
And we'll take a quick break while we pay allegiance to our country.
Struggling with mobility, chronic pain, work, or sports injury? At Azalea Orthopedics, our team of highly trained physicians specialize in complete orthopedic care, pain management, sports medicine, physical medicine, and rehabilitation. If you've sustained a bone or joint injury, have mobility or movement problems, struggle with pain, contact Azalea Orthopedics. We're conveniently located across East Texas, serving 18 counties. When visiting your doctor, urgent care, or hospital, you have a choice. Demand Azalea. At Azalea Orthopedics, your health is our priority.
The games have never been bigger this fall, and whether you're rooting for the Cowboys or Texans, or you hook 'em, gig 'em, or wreck 'em, don't you deserve to watch them in style? So just a reminder that Blake Furniture saves you money on everything you need to make these the best game watching days ever.
Granny B Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice. From there you get everything from the single colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something special. Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a third generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's. Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
All right, everybody, welcome. Get ready for the first pitch.
All right, we got Sutton Link warming up for the Rough Riders. He's going to face Sam Watson, Brooks Soap, and Dylan Davenport will be the first three up for the Bulldogs. Rough Rider Bulldogs doesn't get much better here at the Horseshoe. Looking forward to a good game. This, of course, tonight's game, and then one more over in Carthage will finish up our district schedule. Be nice for the Rough Riders to take one at least from the Bulldogs.
Beautiful night here. It's been sunny all day long. Got a few clouds over us, but I don't think it's going to lead to any precipitation.
Nice breeze blowing. Probably, what do you think? Maybe 74, 75 degrees.
Yeah,
beautiful night.
Just about perfect.
The flag is just hanging in center field, so no breeze down on the field either. Perfect night for a baseball game. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how the loss of Horton tonight, later in the game, if Sutton Link gets tired, that's going to be interesting to see how we rotate our defense without Horton holding on to third or maybe even shortstop. So
obviously we've got to have some outs, if you will, from Link, some innings.
Going to have to play some pretty clean baseball tonight.
Yep. And who we're going to see on the mound tonight for Carthage?
So we're going to see Mr. Dylan Davenport. He's a familiar name to anyone who has watched this series. Davenport, pretty tough competitor, big right-hander for the Carthage Bulldogs. So we're going to see him in the bottom half of this inning. All right. Coming up on the first pitch, Sam Watson steps in for the Bulldogs, left-handed hitter. And Link starts him off on the outside corner, ball one. Watson, the left fielder for the Bulldogs. And that one in the dirt, 2-0. And just as we say there's no wind blowing, a breeze kicks up here on top of the hill. It doesn't look like there's anything down on the field yet.
No, and certainly nothing at the flagpole. You see the flag there in the distance.
And that one looked good.
There we go.
And strike one. So a 2-1 count. It's like our umpire has a cast on his left arm. And this is hit just in the gap between first and second. Jaden Lane laid out for it, not able to come up with it. So a leadoff single for the Carthage Bulldogs. That's going to bring Brooks Soap to the plate.
I thought that we were going to be able to get that for a second.
Jaden he decided to dive for that ball. It was kind of a slow dive. I think he possibly had time to step over in front of it had he had another chance at that. But it does get through for a base hit. We'll keep an eye on Watson at first. Soap comes to the plate, and he looks at a strike on a breaking ball. The umpire's a little slow to signal with that broken arm. He's having to do everything with his right arm here. Good lead at first. And this one plunks him in the helmet. That's why we wear helmets, folks. So he's going to trot down to first base. Not the way Link wants to start off this game. No outs and 2 base runners already. This brings up Dylan Davenport.
At least it was the curveball a lot.
Yeah, the curveball definitely did not break for him. Caught Mr. Soap on the back of the helmet. All right, so they're going to bring in a pinch runner for Soap. He is the starting catcher, so men at first and second, no outs. Lane comes in for the bunt. It pitches outside, catches the corner for a strike. Lane was rightfully crashing for the bunt, and sure enough, Davenport turned and offered it the pitch and then pulled back at the last second, but took it on the corner for a strike. Squares again. This is fouled off the plate for strike 2.
And obviously, you'll have to hit away here. It's rare you see somebody flout the rule and try to bunt on with 2 strikes because a foul ball would be a 3rd strike.
Yeah, normally the only time you'd see that is maybe if there was some kind of injury preventing the batter from actually swinging. That's about the only time you do that. Another curveball. This is going to be hit into center left, and the left fielder, Gage Vadrine, makes a great play on the ball, gets it in quickly, but it is dropped at the cutoff. Bellin able to scoop that up. Bellin in and out of the glove and lost it for a second. Fortunately, the runner for the Bulldogs had already stopped at third base. All right, so an out on the board for the Rough Riders, but they have Bulldogs at the corners. And that brings Cade Moore, the cleanup batter, to the plate. Senior Kobe Lout steps out and gives a defensive call for the Riders. 1 away. We'll definitely see some action here.
You got to figure that runner at first is going to head to second before too long.
And that pitch, well, there was no call. It's been a late strike call, but there was no call there, so a ball called at the plate.
Yeah.
It looked like a good pitch.
Well, and that's kind of in the area where a couple times he's called that a strike.
And he calls it very late. So,
Yeah.
All right, so 1-0 count, one away. The runner from first staying put so far. And the breaking ball, T.J. Bellin bobbles the ball at shortstop, and everybody's safe, and that will also score a run from third. So the Bulldogs draw first blood. It's 1-0 Carthage.
Man, I was hoping we might turn 2 on that one.
And the only thing you can say is the ball wasn't hit well. Bellin should have charged that ball to keep it in front. He waited on it, and it just took a funky hop at the last second and got out of his glove. All right, so one away. Runners now at first and second.
That's what you're talking about, Locke. We need to make at least get an out there, if at all possible.
Yeah, that was at least an out at second, possibly a double play ball. The rider's not able to execute. Sutton Link turned, ready to throw to second, and again, miscommunication. There was nobody there. So a late bunt, a drag bunt attempt. This is Cale Preston at the plate. You saw him turn very late and try to drag bunt that. Fouls it off. So Preston steps back in. And again, Link looks toward second. They are not covering second base. Delivers at the plate, outside. And a throw down from Lout gets past the shortstop Bellin. Bellin was headed toward the bag, and the throw was errant. And unfortunately, Carthage gets an extra base. That was a good idea by Lout. The runner was well off the bag. Unfortunately, T.J. Bellin was running one way, and the ball went the other.
So runners on the corners again. The first base runner did not advance.
So one away, runners on the corner. It is a 1-1 count at the plate. Again, another bunt opportunity if they want to take it here.
I bet they do. Nope, hitting away.
Left-handed batter hits away, and that is a bloop single into right field. That'll score another run. And it is now 2-0 Bulldogs here in the top of the first with one out. Rough Riders going to have to buckle down here, play for a couple of outs. Already a couple of errors. That's what we talked about in the pregame. They played so cleanly the other night against Gilmer. None of that Friday night. All right, this is Ty Chambers coming up. He's got a man at first and second with one away. And that pitch on the outside corner is a ball.
Ball.
Goodness. Colby Lout held on to that one a little extra, hoping for a call, did not get it. Comes inside, and that's going to be fouled off hard down the third baseline. Link going to have to stay on those outside corners if he's going to have any success tonight. Breaking ball stays outside. 2-1. That's one thing. Wolf had an absolute devastating curveball. Probably threw it 60% of his pitches Friday night. And that pitch again is called this time.
No, they called it a ball, I think. It's 3-1.
Yeah, it's hard to, he held up his fingers, but with that cast, it's hard to see. And this hit hard at Bellin. Bellin able to catch it in the air, doubles the runner off at second, and the Riders finally get out of a much too long first inning, but it is 2-0 Bulldogs when we come back here at the Horseshoe.
Bird Forestry began with Mike Bird, East Texas's lush forests, and a dream for the future.
At Bird Forestry, that future is now. As it moves into its second generation, Bird Forestry is a diverse enterprise protecting the environment while it works with industries to ensure the growth of Texas businesses and the welfare of its people. The Bird family supports the riders on the course and beyond.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center. Jack Callan.
Yes, sir.
What's something you like about TNR Steaks and More?
Oh, everything that they make that is fried.
Okay, give me an example.
Like the fried catfish, the fried chicken, anything that has crust on it, I love.
That and a good salad. TNR Steaks and More.
Hi, are you tired of the high cost of medical care? Tired of insurance that doesn't want to do anything for you? Don't have any insurance? I'm Sharon Nelson, a family nurse practitioner. I see patients of all ages for very low cash prices. For physicals, illnesses, labs, refills of medications, chronic disease management, male and female exams, suturing, joint injections, minor surgeries. Come see me, Sharon Nelson at Nelson Family Practice, 420 Tenaha Street, across from the Dairy Queen in Center. Se habla un poquito español.
Everybody, welcome back. We're getting to the bottom of the first. We're going to have, we've got Link, Wolf,
and Atkinson. Riders will send their top three to the plate. Dylan Davenport on the mound for the Bulldogs, the right-hander. We've seen Davenport before. Unfortunately, threw a shutout against the Riders the last time we faced him up in Carthage. Going to need to really get the bats going early. Riders find themselves down already 2-0 here in the first.
Leading off for the Riders, number 4, Sutton Link.
Now, when we saw Davenport last time, he lived on the outside corner.
He did.
He was getting the call that night, and he parked that baseball out there and left it there, and it worked for him all night.
Yes.
So far, the umpire not given that outside call. We'll see how things stack up here for Davenport. And Link swinging at the first pitch he sees. This is fouled down the first baseline and out of play. And that strike on the corner. So already down 0-2 here to Link. And that pitch in the dirt.
Nice crowd here for the Rough Riders and for Carthage.
It is
Folks
a good
came
night
out.
for
Yeah.
a senior night. A lot of folks coming out. Glad to see that. And Link hits this one down the first baseline. It's going to be scooped up by Cade Moore, and he makes the out at first base. So one away here.
Next up, number 1, Easton Wolf.
It's going to bring up Easton Wolf. This would normally, we'd have Link, Wolf, and Horton. But with Horton out tonight, we've got a little bit of a shake-up in the 3-4 spot. Wolf steps in here with one away. And that pitch is a strike low. That pitch outside low, so the count now 1-1. And Wolf got caught reaching for one. The umpire said he did go around, so it's strike two.
Sure looked like he held up on that one to me.
He thought he checked swing, but umpire pointed at him and rung him up on a second strike. Count now 1-2 with one away. Well outside, 2-2.
But you're right. Like, he's going to come back and try to paint that corner for the third strike. You watch. Either that or the curveball.
And the breaking ball in on the hands, gets past the and that one's going to be a single, folks. I almost said it got past the pitcher, but then it got past the second baseman too.
Wow.
Kind of a slow roller, one of those trouble hits. And Easton able to beat out the throw at first base. The Riders have a man on with one out.
Next up for the Riders, number 14, Cody Atkinson.
That's going to bring Cody Atkinson to the plate.
Well, he was able to fight off that wrecking ball just enough. And
yeah, that ball came in right on the handle. He just muscled it out.
So
but it worked.
Yeah.
We'll take it. Right now the Riders need base runners.
That's right. They're going to bring up Atkinson, who's really, since the games that I've done, has really been, seems to be our hottest hitter.
And that pitch is going to be a called strike. Looked a little low, but the umpire gave him the call. Atkinson has been swinging the bat well. They need it here.
Mm-hmm.
Wolf breaks for second. Atkinson swings through the pitch, and Wolf is in, and the ball gets away, but he doesn't see it in time. That's okay. So a stolen base for Easton Wolf. Looked like the ball skipped off the base maybe and went kind of trickling into center field.
Yep.
Now Atkinson
not going to be
swung at the plate. It was a bad pitch, but he swung at it.
Soap's not going to put that on his highlight reel. It was probably not his best toss down the second.
No, he kind of dug that one in the ground about 6 foot in front of the bag, and then it hop skipped over the plate.
It wasn't the best pitch to try to throw down either.
That was a called hit and run because Atkinson was swinging all the way. He'd already started his swing long before the ball. The ball was well outside in the dirt. But the Riders have a man in scoring position here with one away. Atkinson down in the count 0-2. And that pitch well outside. That's where Davenport lived.
Right.
The first time we saw
he
him.
was getting that called a strike in Carthage.
In Carthage, that pitch 3-4 inches off the plate is a strike all night long the first time we saw him. And the big breaking ball, and that is strike three. That was a tough pitch to take. First breaking ball we've seen from Davenport, and it was nasty. So the Riders, 2 outs.
Next up for the Riders, number 2, T.J. Bellin.
Wolf standing at second, and T.J. Bellin comes to the plate. See if T.J. can get something going here with 2 outs. And he hits a long shot into right field, but it is right at Cale Preston, and he's able to make the put out for the 3rd out. Riders still down 2-0. We'll be back for the top of the 2nd.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the housewarming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winter chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention. And that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
Panola is proud of its perennial baseball playoff team, the Panola Ponies. They're also proud to have facilities near the baseball fields in Center and in Carthage High School. Panola College says go Rough Riders and Bulldogs. Granny B Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice, and from there you get everything from the single colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window.
All right, here we're back.
All right, and Maddox Martinez steps in for the Bulldogs. Link will face 7, 8, and 9 hitters this inning. And that pitch in the dirt. First pitch, folks, was a called strike at the plate, so the count is now 1-1 on Maddox. This pitch well outside, 2-1. Martinez, the second baseman. Well, Counselor, have we heard what the schedule looks like for the Lady Rough Riders? They've made the playoffs this year. Do we know yet when they'll play?
Playing Wednesday, doubleheader. There's a strike. There we go.
Ooh, that was a late call. I was thinking the same thing. I was like, come on, full count.
Yeah, playing a doubleheader tomorrow evening in Rusk against Bullard.
And this softly hit, but just over the head of T.J. Bellin, a base hit into left field for Maddox Martinez. And the Bulldogs have the leadoff batter on for the second inning in a row.
So doubleheader against Bullard tomorrow evening, and a Game 3, if necessary, in Bullard on Friday.
All right.
Starting at 6 p.m.
Good luck to the Lady Riders.
Going to have Larry Pierce and Chris Wallington on the call.
So tune in here. And a pick at first gets away from Jaden Lane. That goes all the way to the fence in foul territory. They will hit second and truck on to third. And unfortunately, the overthrow at first gives up 2 bases. So Martinez able to go all the way to third base. And the Bulldogs have a man 90 feet away with no outs. Well, good luck to the Lady Riders tomorrow against Bullard. Tune in here if you can't go to the game. And a swing and a miss at the plate from Crawford. And that pitch low, 1-1. Outside, 2-1. And 3-1. Boy, the strike zone is tight tonight, folks. And ball 4 Afraid we're going to see a lot of that tonight. There are some really, really good-looking pitches, but if they are not perfect, they're not a strike tonight. So runners on the corners now with no outs. This will be the 9-hole hitter. Caden Ritter comes to the plate. Ritter is the center fielder.
There we go.
And finally a strike.
I think the umpire is calling that a strike, but it's a very specific place. It looks low from here, but it must be coming across at the knees.
And that one outside, 1-1. Yeah, it's right over the plate, but you're right. It looks low to us. Right now, we'll take a strike in any form. And this one is hit just foul. Lane able to pick that up on the foul side of the bag. Had a couple of odd plays Friday night. You don't see very often. We had two different batters called out for interfering with the catcher.
Oh, wow.
So the count 2-2 now. Yeah, it was interesting. One of the batters was called out because he bunted. Colby Lout stepped up to field the bunt and had to step around him, and they called him out. And it was a judgment call play. Then the same thing happened with one of our guys. It was toward the end of the game, and the chalk was gone. I mean, there were no lines. You couldn't see them. We bunted, and a swing and a miss, and finally a twice-the-eye strikeout for Sutton Link. His first of the game. But we bunted out of the right batter's box, and it was a clean bunt. We ran to first base. They did not tag us out or make a throw. We're safe at first. All of a sudden, the home plate umpire comes out. They do run to second. The ball gets away from Lout. They'll score a run, and the runner stealing second goes all the way to third as the ball goes all the way to the backstop. Riders just having a tough time here, folks, getting settled in. It's 3-0. But after the play was over and everybody was safe, the home plate umpire walked out, pointed down at the ground, and called the batter out, said that he made contact with the ball when he was out of the batter's box, and pointed in front of the batter's box. And Coach Moore went ballistic because you have to be completely bodily out of the box, and that's impossible. I mean, he would have had to have been literally on the grass in order to do that. But
nice pitch there by Link, Dolly.
Yeah, strike at the plate. They did call him out. It was the most bizarre thing. For bunting out of the batter's box is what the call was. There was no chalk. There was no batter box. Coach Moore walked out there looking around with his hands up like, where's the batter's box? 3-1 count on the batter, one away. And time called. Yeah, it was just kind of one of those crazy games. Anything you can think of you've never seen happen, it happened in that game.
It's kind of continuation. It was a crazy game up in Gilmer.
We had a runner's interference call going to first base on a bunt play. Said that he impeded the ability for the fielder to make the play, but he never got out of the baseline. He was running right on top of the chalk. And the Riders are going to call time here. Go out and talk with Sutton Link. But it was just a bizarre, crazy game. The Riders able to prevail, but it wasn't an easy thing.
But it sounded like a lot of excitement.
By the time it was over, I think both coaches needed a throat lozenge or something, because they had argued call after call after call. All right, so
we need to take a minute to thank JBI Insurance. That's Joe Bill Insurance, located there on 10 Hall Street in his same location. He's a sponsor of all Rough Rider athletics that we put on. So
if you need somebody with experience, Joe Bill has been doing that for decades. He is the right guy to talk to for your insurance needs. All right, now runners on the corners with one out. Runner breaks for second. They'll fake the throw and look at third. Everybody is safe, so now runners at second and third. We still have one out here. We're back to the top of the order with Sam Watson at the plate. Good pitch.
There it is. Let's strike.
I'm telling you, folks, if it is not a perfect groove right down the middle of the plate, you are not going to get the call tonight. That one on the outside corner, no call. So, as I just said, 2-1. Same spot, but a swing and a miss that time, 2-2.
This is huge right here, Locke, with one out, with runners on second and third. A base hit makes it 5-0.
And Link bounces that one in.
Good job by Kobe Lout.
Lout did a good job keeping that in front of him. Full count. Big pitch by Link. We need an
out here.
An out here in a desperate way. And that ball is rocketed just foul down at third base. The runner had to get down on the ground to keep from being hit in the helmet by that.
Don't call it the hot corner for nothing. That ball was blistered.
He almost took out his teammate.
Yeah,
or his coach. And this one hits softly to second. Milford will go to first, and the play is made at first base for the out. But another run comes in, so we trade an out for a run there. Only play really Milford had. Ball wasn't hit sharply enough to come home, so he took the safe play at first. The Riders now have 2 outs, but they are down 4-0. So this will be Dylan Davenport comes to the plate with 2 away. There is still a runner at third base. And well outside. And a nice curveball, finally called a strike. Count now 1-1. Last home game for the Rough Riders. Good crowd. I'm glad to see everybody out supporting the Riders tonight. And a check swing called strike at the plate. Good pitch by Link. And the big curveball, that is going to be hit in the gap into left field for a base hit, and another run scores. Davenport turned on that curveball and just able to slap it into left field. So a little 2-out hitting there. They will lift Davenport for a pinch runner. And that's number 21, Patrick Malone, coming in to run for Davenport. Cade Moore comes to the plate, and he takes a ball high. They break for second. Lout will throw. Throw's going to be high and not in time.
That was a well-timed steal because Link threw a slow breaking curveball. Didn't give Lout much of a chance.
The runner moves into scoring position. There are 2 outs here. 2-0 count at the plate. And that pitch outside, it's 3-0. And the breaking ball in for ball 4. And he will walk Cade Moore. So 2-away, runners at first and second. That's going to bring Cale Preston to the plate. Another left-handed batter in this lineup.
And you got a lot of them.
And that pitch called a strike on the outside corner to the left-handed batter, so we'll take it.
Yeah.
And a swing and a miss.
Nice pitch there.
Nice pitch by Link. Got the fastball in under the hands and blew it past Cale Preston.
You see in our bottom left of the screen, we see Joe Pro in. We forgot how his daughter did in the golf, in the regional golf tournament. We need to get him on here and figure out how she did.
Yeah, we got another mic if you want to put him on.
We'll catch him here in a minute. He looks like he's busy right now.
Let's see. So the count 0-2 at the plate with 2 outs. Link way ahead here. Runners at first and second. Couple of pitches to waste. Goes way outside. 1-2. And that one gets past Lout, goes to the backstop, and the Bulldogs will advance 1 base each. Tough thing here at the Horseshoe, if the ball gets past the wickets, it goes about 40 feet before it hits anything.
Yep. And there's just a fence back there, so it's not like a wall that can bounce back to you.
Yeah, it dies 40 feet away. It doesn't bounce back at all. And this is going to be fouled away. Count still 2-2.
Of course, this series brought to you by Panola College.
Of course, Panola with the big campus in Carthage, their main campus. Satellite campuses here in Center.
Only makes sense that they'd be the series sponsor.
That's right. And this one fouled away as well. So we're up to a full count. There was a ball in between fouls. So full count, 2 outs.
Just imperative that we get this out. I mean, you know, another base hit would score 2 more.
And this one fouled away as well. So a good battle going on here between pitcher and batter. Preston fighting off some good pitches. And another walk issued. So the base is full of Bulldogs with 2 outs here. It's going to bring Ty Chambers to the plate. Tell you what, I'm getting kind of thirsty. Boy, a DQ drink would be nice right about now.
That's right.
Big, tall root beer.
Mm-hmm.
Put a little ice cream with it.
I was
Make it a
say,
root beer float.
Yeah.
And a swing and a miss. Good pitch from Link. Riders just don't look focused tonight. Just little things that they haven't been doing. look a little lackadaisical. Big breaking ball does not break. Count now 1-1.
When's the last time we had a dude from the Dairy Queen?
Oh, and this one hit hard up the middle. Milford not able to get there. Bounces under his glove. 1 run is in. They wave another runner. 2 runs are in for the Bulldogs. So a
2-run
2 out, 2 RBI single. And it is now 7-0 here in the top of the second inning with runners at the corners again. We ate at Dairy Queen a couple of nights ago, and, you know, I just can't help myself. I went back to the tacos.
Oh, yeah, well, you can never. You just got to do the counselor combo, because that's where you get tacos and a sandwich. Because, you just can't not do the tacos. They're so good. It's unbelievable for a non-Mexican joint to have tacos that good.
And the Bulldogs are going to steal second uncontested here. All right, so we're back to where we were. 2 outs, runners at second and third. The count is 0-1 to the batter. And a foul ball makes it 0-2. I think that one came off his foot.
Mm-hmm.
They'll give Martinez a minute to kind of walk that off. And that breaking ball did not break. Comes in behind the batter.
Oh, did he freeze him?
No.
No. Oh,
Goodness
man.
gracious. That was on the inside corner. It's going to go as a ball, so it's 2-2.
I thought he might have iced him there, Locke.
And this one's going to be hit into left center, and Gage Vadrine makes the play for the Riders. Will strand 2 here, but not before giving up 5 more runs. The Riders find themselves down 7-0 going to the bottom of the second.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
Bird Forestry began with Mike Bird, East Texas's lush forests, and a dream for the future.
At Bird Forestry, that future is now. As it moves into its second generation, Bird Forestry is a diverse enterprise protecting the environment while it works with industries to ensure the growth of Texas businesses and the welfare of its people. The Bird family supports the riders on the course and beyond.
Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty at 598-7800 or visit MatthewsRealty.com.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger.
That's what I need.
Ice cream. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen.
Serving our communities for over a century, Farmers State Bank continues to meet the financial needs of East and Central Texas. With roots that run deep, Farmers State Bank serves as a source of financial strength to meet the needs of our neighbors. From a comprehensive range of financial products to individual service, we remain dedicated to being a true community bank. Farmers State Bank, improving lives and fulfilling dreams.
All right, so we have Jaden Lane up. He's going to be stirred off with a ball, so the count is 1-0.
Lane, Milford, and Lout come to the plate here in the bottom of the second. Lane's going to swing through a good fastball, so the count's now 1-1.
Carthage able to put up 2 in the first and 5 in the second to be up 7-0 here. Riders really need to get a couple runs back.
That one gets away from Davenport, well outside. Good job of Soap just getting a glove on it. 2-1 count. This one's going to be skied on the infield. Third baseman comes in. Catcher calls him off and makes the play. Brooks Soap with the putout in foul territory. Boy, Carson Crawford was crashing in from third base, pulled off at the last second. I thought we were going to have a collision there. All right, so Case Milford comes in. Riders need to manufacture some base runners here somehow.
Yep.
And that pitch in the dirt for ball one. And that one in the dirt, ball two. Milford had a couple of good hits Friday night. Swung the bat well in some crucial moments. And fouls off that pitch. And the count goes to 2-1. And in the dirt again, 3-1.
Milford gave a slight bunt action very briefly, and then
watching Davenport's footwork, he looks like he slipped the last two of those pitches. His plant foot went out from under him. Saw him kind of digging in a little bit. Comes inside and gets the call, strike two. So we're at a full count here. And well outside, ball four, and Milford's on with a walk. Yeah, Davenport kicking dirt, trying to fix the mound. He slipped again on that last pitch. All right, Colby Lout steps in.
Said he had a huge night at the plate Friday night.
We asked Coach about that, and he said Colby made a slight adjustment. There was somebody saw something. I don't remember who he said. Somebody made a comment to him in the batting cage last week, and he made a slight adjustment and all of a sudden came alive Friday night and swings through a good fastball there. First time he comes up to bat, he roped a triple over the right fielder's head, one-hopped the wall, and cleared the bases for a couple of RBIs. Comes up again in probably the third inning, does the same thing, and with a stand-up double and an RBI. Just had a monster night for Colby Lout Friday night. That pitch, a ball in the dirt, so the count 1-1 to Lout. And the big curveball is a swing and a miss. Not much of a lead over at first. None of the riders testing the arm of Brooks Soap so far. And a swing and a miss for strike three.
Now, other than Wolf took a base off of him.
Next up for the Riders, number 13, Gage Vidrine.
He's going to bring up Vidrine, yet another freshman that getting significant playing time this year. He's out in left field tonight. Made a couple of putouts out there.
And Vadrine puts one in the air to center field. It's going to be played by Caden Ritter for the out. So the Riders able to get a few people on, but not able to score. We're down 7-0 when we come back to the Horseshoe.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to see why Blake Furniture is the top furniture company in East Texas. Get the lowest prices and discover our easy in-store financing and low payment plans. Plus, get the fastest delivery in East Texas. Get your credit pre-approved online at blakefurniture.com today.
Shelby Savings Bank has a bold new look, but they're still the same local bank they always were. Same people, same friendly service, but with a bold new look and new services including mobile deposits from your ATM, your computer, or your cell phone. Shelby Savings Bank, same bank, new look. You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the housewarming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas. Panola is proud of its perennial baseball playoff team, the Panola Ponies. They're also proud to have facilities near the baseball fields in Center and in Carthage High School. Panola College says go Rough Riders and Bulldogs.
So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Everybody, welcome back. We have a pitching change for the first time this season that we've done a game. We're going to have big number 14, Atkinson, on the mound.
See if Cody can shut down these Bulldogs. We've given up 7 runs in 2 innings. Riders need a 1-2-3 inning. We've got to get a little something going offensively, but we need a little good defense first.
Interesting, Cody, of course, is a sophomore.
Of course, it is senior night here at the Horseshoe. There's only 2 seniors even on the team, so that bodes well for the future. It's a little tough this year. A lot of young guys, 3 starting freshmen. So things look good for the future. A lot of experience for the freshmen and sophomores that are starting.
That's right.
I think there's only 4 juniors on the team as well, so very young for the Rough Riders this year.
It's interesting there because, I mean, really, we'll be able to play the same team we're starting this year, other than our catcher could be the same guys.
Yeah, you're going to see the exact same guys other than Colby Lout. Coach mentioned that in the postgame show Friday night that Colby Lout's sophomore year all of a sudden found himself without a catcher, had no backup, pulled Colby off the bench and said, hey, you want to be a catcher? And he had never done it in his life, but learned the position and has played now for 3 years as the varsity catcher. And good pitch from Atkinson, starting things off here with a strike. This is Carson Crawford at the plate. So the 8, 9, and 1 hitters will come up. That ball's low, 1-1. And outside. Starting to hear a lot of chatter from the Bulldogs. With a 7-0 lead, they're feeling pretty good about things.
Yep. Wait, watch Atkins' delivery here. He's got a little bit of a hitch before he comes home.
So that ball skied into left field. Bellin's going to step out on the grass and make the play. Ball hit was a mile high. Good job by Bellin pulling that one in for the first out. Yeah, you're right. We'll watch Atkinson. He's got a double hitch when he steps, which is perfectly legal. There's
Right.
nothing wrong with that.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
just the rule is you have to be consistent with your delivery.
Right.
So as long as you do it every pitch and you don't mix it up, an umpire is fine with that.
Right. Not going to be able to do that from the stretch, though, I would assume.
And that ball fouled out of play. Again, it's kind of a judgment. As long as your stretch is consistent and you're not trying to fool a batter. So
Right.
you can't like step, half hitch, step again. You got to be consistent, but you do see some funky things sometimes.
Yeah.
And that was a good pitch. It is called a strike. Got out of Lout's glove, but it was called a strike. So 0-2 count at the plate.
It's like everything else. If you come to bat with Cody on the mound, you better be ready to swing because he's going to come at you.
He is throwing everything right at him. They set up outside, and Atkinson just a little low with the pitch, 1-2. Not a bad spot. He's ahead in the count, can afford a few throwaway pitches.
Oh, there it is.
Breaking ball. Not called. Whoa, Atkinson looked for that.
Almost had it up there, but not quite.
You saw Cody look in like, my goodness, what do I have to do there? 2-2. And comes back fastball, and he iced him. A twice the ice strikeout. It took a little while, folks. The umpire very delayed in his calls tonight. But good job, Cody Atkinson, with the strikeout. Man, that took a good 3-4 count from the umpire before we got the call.
Yeah, I'd already notated it as a ball on the scoreboard.
So 2 outs here. And Caden Ritter at the plate. Goes outside and misses ball 1. Comes in high, ball 2. This is the 9-hole hitter. There's 2 outs.
Yep.
I know Cody would love to get out of this inning before going back to the top of the order.
Yep.
Comes inside and misses low. 3-0.
It's always trouble when you put the 9-hole hitter on. It never always comes back to haunt you. And he's going to be a strike down the middle.
And there's the strike call, 3-1. Yeah, you're right. Normally, a lot of coaches will actually try to put a really fast player in the 9-hole just because. If you get him on, it's a good chance the 1, 2, 3 guys will push him around the bases. And a ball 4. And we do walk the 9-hole batter here with 2 outs. That'll go back to the top of the order with Sam Watson walking to the plate. Big lead over at first base. Big lead. And he takes off and checks and comes back. Kind of got his batting gloves dangling from his mouth. That's a different look. Ritter has the batting gloves in his teeth over at first base. He is ready to run. They need to check on 1. He does break for second. The throw comes down, but no one there to cover, and the ball goes into center field. Not sure what the Rider defense was doing. It's a little miscommunication between short and second. They both looked at each other, and neither one of them broke for the bag.
Strike called at the plate.
And that pitch high. Atkinson's throwing pretty hard. I'm kind of surprised that they're running here with 2 outs because he is delivering fastball after fastball. Link was throwing a lot of breaking stuff. And this one's going to be fouled into the Rider dugout.
Wake up.
Got the coaches hopping over there. So 2-2 count at the plate. There are 2 outs. Runner on second. And that one high and tight. And we are at a full count. Runner gets an early start. The ball is skied into center field. Link is back and loses the ball, and it drops in at the last minute. He pulled his glove down and stepped aside. He lost the ball, and unfortunately that falls, and the runner's going to be safe at home. Well, he camped out. We thought it was going to be an easy out. And at the last second, he just kind of stepped aside. Not sure what happened there. It is kind of an overcast night, so maybe he lost the ball in the clouds. We're not sure, but it doesn't matter. Ball falls in fair, and another run scores. So it is now 8-0 Carthage here in the top of the third. And that pitch misses high. This is Davenport back at the plate. They break for second base. Davenport hits a foul ball down the third baseline, so they will send Soap back and do it again. Well, the Bulldogs keeping the pressure on with an 8-0 lead here. They are stealing bags, taking extra bases where they can. They break again. This one high and inside. Lout did not get a good pitch to throw down on, and the runner steals second. Batter actually had to duck out of the way, and Lout reached behind him to make the play.
A 2-1 count at the home at the batter.
Atkinson misses outside, 3-1.
Lordy, these are extra outs. We should be in the dugout. Oh.
And that is finally a strike called. Batter turned and was going to throw his bat into the dugout. For some reason, it was a 2-1 count. Now it's 2-2 count.
I think they're wrong. I think it should be 3-2.
Should it be a full count here?
I think it should be a full count.
All right, so we're missing one pitch on the big scoreboard. Runner breaks for third, and that's ball 4. Runners on the corners for the Bulldogs.
It's some storm clouds brewing. Hear a little bit of rumble way off in the distance.
And they do break for second base and steal it without a throw. Was a ball called at the plate. So 1-0 count to the batter, 2 outs, man at second and third. Tough pitch to take there, but it is called a ball outside. Atkinson just not going to get that corner call. And a swing and a miss. 2-1 count. high pitch, 3-1. Atkinson having a tough time finding the strike zone here.
Yep. This is the hitter's count, though, right? If you're the batter, you're looking for a certain pitch to drive it. So Atkinson has to be careful. He can't just sit groove it.
And he gets a foul ball. That helps a little bit. Now we're at a full count. Going to definitely have to come right back at him. Moore's the cleanup batter. Not going to swing at a lot of bad pitches. Right down the middle, hit hard.
Oh, nice play.
And looks like Jaden Lane made a fantastic play at first base. Wow. Took away a base hit from Moore with 2 men on. We needed that like a dead man needs a coffin.
Exactly. That saved 2 runs for sure.
Jaden Lane made a stabbing out, and the Riders find themselves down 8-0 when we come back.
Will Blanchard knows a thing or two about baseball and softball. He's an old Rough Rider baseball player himself, so he understands that numbers are important. How about this for numbers? A 16-pound bag of ice for $1.75, or a 20-pound bag dumped right into your cooler. 25 cents gets you a gallon of filtered water. 75 cents, 5 gallons. How about that? Twice the ice. Jack Callan.
Yes, sir.
What's something you like about TNR Steaks and More?
Oh, everything that they make that is fried.
Okay, give me an example.
Like the fried catfish, the fried chicken, anything that has crust on it, I love.
That and a good salad. TNR Steaks and More. So many things get started at Pizzeria. You start your party off with a pizza from the pizzeria. You get your celebration started. You get your season started. For a lot of us, our passion with pizza started at the Pizzeria, a tradition since 1960s. It's the Pizzeria just off the square in Center.
Hey, are you tired of the high cost of medical care? Tired of insurance that doesn't want to do anything for you? Don't have any insurance? I'm Sharon Nelson, a family nurse practitioner. I see patients of all ages for very low cash prices. For physicals, illnesses, labs, refills of medications, chronic disease management, male and female exams, suturing, joint injections, minor surgeries. Come see me, Sharon Nelson at Nelson Family Practice, 420 Tenaha Street, across from the Dairy Queen in Center. Se habla un poquito español.
Panola is proud of its perennial baseball playoff team, the Panola Ponies. They're also proud to have facilities near the baseball fields in Center and in Carthage High School. Panola College says go Rough Riders and Bulldogs.
All right, everybody, welcome back. We go to the bottom of the third.
Davenport still on the mound for the Bulldogs. Caleb Mosley starts things off, followed by Sutton Link and Easton Wolf here in the bottom of the third. And takes a pitch low, ball 1. Pitch outside, and wow, that's called a strike. Hadn't been a strike all night, but it'll be a strike now. 1-1. And inside, that one almost got Caleb. We need base runners.
Yep.
Come on, Caleb.
Just rub a little dirt on it.
That bruise will go away. 2-1 count. And he bunts, but pops it, and the catcher makes a good effort, but Brooks Soap not able to get there in time. That was a break for Mosley because that ball went straight up and started peeling backwards. Catcher not able to get there. So Mosley sees another day. A little flash over there in the horizon. You have to keep an eye on the clouds. Nothing on the radar tonight, but there are definitely clouds rolling in. A little flash of lightning. 2-2 count.
A little more of a flash of lightning.
And a swing and a miss, and Mosley goes down on strikes. Back to the top of the order for the Rough Riders, Sutton Link coming to the plate. Well, it's Mother's Day coming up. Counselor, have you got any plans for Mother's Day?
I'm going to go to Mooney's Emporium and find me some Mother's Day present. All kinds of stuff there. Purses, T-shirts, goodies to eat.
And Mooney's will do custom work for you. If you want to get something for, and this is going to be skied into shallow second base center field area, and Link is going to be caught for out number 2. Swung at the first pitch he saw and just kind of flared it over
Just
second base.
Not quite enough of a flare.
Mooney's got a lot of custom stuff you can have ordered, monogrammed, and those kind of things. Got a great, if you need something maybe for Dad too, Father's Day down the road, there's all kinds of barbecue spices and sauces, soups.
Every morning I get up and have me a cup of coffee with my coffee cup that I got from there with the old center picture on it from the I don't know, quite horse and buggy days, but close to it.
All kinds of unique gifts there at Mooney's Emporium. All right, Easton Wolf comes up, takes a ball on the outside corner with 2 outs.
Easton with a hit, his first time up.
And that ball outside, 2-0. And that one skips in. So did they, I think Easton even turned and asked the umpire. The count on the board now shows 2-1.
It should be 3-0.
I was thinking 3-0-2. He had a conversation with the umpire.
Yep. Umpire's just signaled 2-1.
So it is 2-1. We missed a strike somewhere. And he fouls this pitch off. It's 2-2. Wolf kind of has the old Omar Garcia-Parra where he stops and re-tears his Velcro on his gloves between every pitch. Kind of got that little routine going. And the big curveball almost hits Wolf. He backs away, so the count goes full. And here we go. Check the gloves. And we're going to check them again. Now, I don't know that Easton was even born when Garcia-Parra was playing, but
I think he was.
And that pitch inside catches him for ball 4. I think it may have hit him anyway, like it might have caught him on the edge of the wrist, but nonetheless, the Riders have a base runner with 2 outs. That's going to bring Atkinson to the plate. Wolf with a good lead at first. And this one well behind Atkinson. Catcher had to come out of his stance to go get that one. Let Davenport settle down just a minute. Well, summer's just around the corner. You got to get in swimsuit shape. Head down to the forge. Start working out after all those winter calories.
That's right. That's where Wallington says that he's going to go. So if you want to go work out with Chris Wallington, you can go to the forge.
And this one's going to be fouled back by Atkinson. Here's what we need. We need everybody that works out at the forge to please let us know when you spot Chris Wallington in there working out. We're going to put the watch out.
That's right.
So go work out at the forge and let us know when Chris Wallington is there.
That's right.
And we got a ball on the field. A spectator A little zealous there, threw one out back onto the field. All right, so the count to Atkinson is 1-1. There are 2 away with Wolf at first base. And the big curveball. Wolf with a delayed, not sure what happened there.
But they're going to get him.
He did not steal until the ball was already at the plate. I'm not sure what the call there was.
But he was thrown out at second, so
he's going to be thrown out at second. That means Atkinson will come back up the next inning, but the Riders still down 8-0, headed to the 4th.
This is a NetSN presentation of a Watlington Shires Pierce production. Panola is proud of its perennial baseball playoff team, the Panola Ponies. They're also proud to have facilities near the baseball fields in Center and in Carthage High School. Panola College says go Rough Riders and Bulldogs.
Will Blatchard knows a thing or two about baseball and softball. He's an old Rough Rider baseball player himself, so he understands that numbers are important. How about this for numbers? A 16-pound bag of ice for $1.75, or a 20-pound bag dumped right into your cooler. 25 cents gets you a gallon of filtered water. 75 cents, 5 gallons. How about that? Twice the ice.
Shelby Savings Bank has a bold new look, but they're still the same local bank they always were. Same people, same friendly service, but with a bold new look and new services including mobile deposits from your ATM, your computer, or your cell phone. Shelby Savings Bank, same bank, new look. Granny B's Snow Cone Center is your source for great summer treats. It begins with quality shaved ice, and from there you get everything from the single colored snow cone to a really creative summer treat. And besides, the counselor likes it. They're also your home for Dippin' Dots. They've been supporting the Rough Riders for a mighty long time. So pull up to the window at Granny B's and let them serve you something special.
Father, for lunch today, I would like a salad.
Father, for lunch, I'd like one of those American cheeseburgers.
I'm a vegetarian.
Cheeseburger. That's what I need. Protein. Oh, when everyone in your family thinks they're royalty, take them someplace where they can all get something good. Dairy Queen.
All right, and we go to the top of the 4th, and who we have?
So we are. Looks like they're going to have Cole, Preston, Ty Chambers, and Maddox Martinez come up.
Atkinson with his second inning of work here.
And he comes inside for a ball. You know, about the only thing that makes an 8-0 game better would be a Granny B snow cone right about now.
Right.
Little sugar jolt would help.
Yep.
And that one looks good, but does not get the call. My goodness, 2-0. Umpire literally put his hands in his pockets.
You said you like the pina colada ones, right?
I do. I kind of like that fruity, little coconut, little pineapple flavor.
There we go.
That's got to be a strike. Yes, thank you. 2-1. Now, my wife actually enjoys their sugar-free menu.
Yep.
She has to watch her sugar, and they have an entire menu for sugar-free folks. And this is going to be lifted into center field. Link over to make the play and puts it away for out number 1. But the weather's warming up. Had a couple of cool nights this week, but it's going to be nice and toasty. Back in the 80s this weekend. Head over to Granny B's. 2 locations to serve you here in center. Pick up your favorite snow cone. There's got to be 10,000 flavors now. I mean, there are a million flavors to choose from. And that pitch is a strike on the inside corner. Took a little while to get that call. The This should be Chambers at the plate if you're listening back home in Carthage. And no call. Goodness, 1-1.
Looked like that one might have broke right down to the top of the zone, but
that's what I was thinking. And now this one skips back to the backstop, 2-1.
What do the Utes say about that one? That one was just a bit outside.
And that pitch low as well. 3-1 count here. So if you're a batter, you generally have the green light, but your pitch selection gets real narrow.
Mm-hmm.
And that is not it, ball 4. So Atkinson issues the walk here with one away. That's going to bring Maddox Martinez to the plate for the Bulldogs. And they're going to break for second. There is a throw down and close play, but the ball trickles into center field. Milford not able to get it cleanly. I think the ball got in the dirt in front of the bag. Milford tried to make a play on it, not able to. And the Bulldogs steal another base.
I think it was a called ball at home.
And that'll be ball number 2 outside. Atkinson throws the ball hard, just having a little trouble keeping it over the strike zone. They do pick at second. Milford was there for the play, not in time. Not a bad idea. These Bulldogs have been really aggressive on the base path, sneak in behind somebody and steal an out. And that pitch right down the middle from Atkinson. So the count on the batter now 2-1. Big curveball from Atkinson. Don't see that very often.
Mm-hmm.
Just missed high.
Another 3-1.
And fouled back. So another full count here. One away, man on second.
Oh,
and a swing and a miss, a huge twice the eye strikeout for Cody Atkinson. That was a big out and a big moment. The man in scoring position, we now have 2 outs. And that pitch outside. Thanks to Twice the Ice for sponsoring our strikeouts this season. Those summer temperatures are here. Before you head to the lake, head down to Twice the Ice and fill up those coolers. Before you head to the ballpark, they do break for third. There's going to be a throw. It gets away into the outfield, and the runner will score from third. So Lout jumped up to try to make the throw down to third. Ball gets out of his hand early and kind of sailed on him. Carthage adds another run. It is now 9-0. And another walk issued from Atkinson. All this is happening with 2 outs. All right, man on first, 2 outs. And that pitch high.
At what point do they send the runner, Locke?
Well, I think he's going to go now. And Lout's got a good jump on him. Not in time. They steal another base on the Rough Riders.
I think the ball's on the third base side of second.
And that pitch high as well. Gosh, it's just, and I'm not making excuses, but the strike zone is so tiny. It is extending some of these at-bats. Pitchers are making good pitches and not getting the call. Count now 3-1. And that pitch inside for ball 4. A little bit of a walk fest going on. All right, 2 outs, men at first and second. And we are back to the top of the orders. Sam Watson comes to the plate. And he fouls off the first pitch he sees. So right about now, you got to start thinking about how many arms you've got left. Remember, these Rough Riders have to turn around and play the Bulldogs again Friday night. Normally, Easton Wolf would be the starter for that game. You've got T.J. Bellin available. Link pitched tonight. Horton is out with an injury. They're using Atkinson.
Do you get any idea? Will he be out Friday?
Don't know yet. We'll have to check back on it. All we could find out from one of the parents who just happened to be walking by is that he had fallen in a previous game. They didn't think it was serious, but apparently it's been bothering him a lot, and he was a scratch tonight. So we'll check back on that before Friday's game. But the Riders have to be pretty cognizant of how many arms they've got left, knowing they've got another game coming up in 3 days.
I mean, you take it for granted that Wolf will go deep into the game, but
because if you end up having to replace Atkinson here in the 4th, then you're looking at finishing possibly 4, 5, 6, 7. You're talking about 3+ innings on one of your arms, and then turn around and can that person play Friday night? And it all depends on pitch count. So all that's got to be going through Coach Moore's head right now. So the count at the plate,
2-2.
2-2 with 2 outs, men at first and second. Riders need a ground ball somewhere, maybe a strikeout to get out of this inning. And that one well outside, full count. A lot of pitches on Atkinson. This is the third full count this inning alone. And this one flared into left field. That's a dangerous spot. And it is a fair ball. It drops in. 2 more runs score. They cut it off, but not able to make a play at any base. It is now 11-0 Bulldogs. That was just a deep flare, folks. It got well out of range. Easton Wolf had no shot at it. Vadrine came in to make the play, but not able to get there, and it drops in about a foot inside the foul line. And 2 more runs score, and it's a stand-up double. And here we go again, all happening with 2 outs. And that pitch high. Starting to get a little wind blowing in against the batters. And that pitch high and outside as well. And a swing and a miss. Brooks Soap trying to take that ball out of here.
Yeah, they fooled him with that one, though.
He spun himself into the ground. So 2-1 count. That one right over the plate for strike 2, 2-2. And this one is flared.
Same thing.
Jaden Lane
Lane's
with
gonna be
the
over.
play, and yes, the Riders out of a long inning. Not before they give up 3 more runs. It's 11-0. We'll come back for the bottom of the 4th.
You know that Ace Hardware of East Texas is all the hardware you need, but there's a lot of other things they have too. Fun things for your camping trips. Fun things to wear when you go outside. For the 4th of July barbecue, to the house warming in the fall, to your Christmas shopping and clothes for all year long, it's Ace Hardware, the helpful place of East Texas.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winter chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention. And that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a 3rd generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
Bird Forestry began with Mike Bird, East Texas's lush forests, and a dream for the future.
At Bird Forestry, that future is now. As it moves into its 2nd generation, Bird Forestry is a diverse enterprise protecting the environment while it works with industries to ensure the growth of Texas businesses and the welfare of its people. The Bird family supports the riders on the course and beyond.
What do you do when the world gets a little blurry? When the eyes aren't exactly doing what they once did? You need a little focus. In Center, Texas, that focus is on the Center Square, right next to the Rio, the beautiful and historic offices of Dr. Charles Collard. If it's frames or contacts you're looking for, or if it's a more serious problem, Dr. Collard can help you. Dr. Charles Collard in Center.
All All right, folks, we go to the bottom of the fourth. It's 11-0. The Riders at bat with Atkinson up.
Atkinson, Bellin, and Lane come to the plate. Got the 3, 4, 5 batters. The Riders are going to get something going. Now's the time. Catcher calls time. Not sure what's going on. He's looking into the dugout. Long signals. All right, here we go. And this is hit to the shortstop. He comes across and throws Atkinson out. So a new pitcher in the game. That's what was going on. This is Preston has come in to pitch for the Bulldogs. So 3 innings of work for Davenport. And he is going to sit down, and Preston comes in. All right, so 1 away. T.J. Bellin steps in to bat for the Riders. And this hit hard. Shortstop, same play, and unfortunately, same result.
2 pitches, 2 outs. Doesn't get any more efficient than that, Mr. Locke.
2 hard hit ground balls right at the shortstop, and Chambers scoops those up and throws them out. All right. Jaden Lane with 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth. And that pitch low. And that's going to be a call strike on the outside corner, 1-1. And that one skips in, 2-1.
Looks like the clouds are going to hold off. Don't look like we're going to have any precipitation here.
Yeah, we saw a couple of lightning bolts not too long ago. Hadn't seen any in the last 5 minutes or so, so maybe that little system missed us. And a fastball strike. Count is now 2-2. And the curveball, catcher-pitcher were not on the same page. The catcher caught that, looked at his pitcher, and threw his hands up like, hey, why don't you tell me before you throw that?
That's right.
Comes back fastball. Lane hits it into center field, and it is going to be caught. The Riders go down 1-2-3. We'll come back for the top of the 5th, down 11-0 here at the Horseshoe.
Panola is proud of its perennial baseball playoff team, the Panola Ponies. They're also proud to have facilities near the baseball fields in Center and in Carthage High School. Panola College says go Rough Riders and Bulldogs. Your Center Rough Rider winter sports schedule brought to you in part by Ace Hardware. Ace is the place in Shelby County for the helpful hardware folks. Brookshire Brothers, beginning its 103rd year as your neighborhood market. And Covington Lumber Supply. If you need it to build or repair, you find it at Covington's.
For Matthews Realty, going above and beyond is what's expected. This is agency owner Colin Matthews. Our team of seasoned real estate professionals believe in giving their clients an advantage in any real estate transaction. Matthews Realty has a reputation of highly personalized service. Matter of fact, it's our #1 priority. From commercial and residential properties, poultry farms to beach rentals, our team works hard so you don't have to.
Call Matthews Realty at 598-7800 or visit MatthewsRealty.com.
It's as easy as 1, 2, 3 to see why Blake Furniture is the top furniture company in East Texas. Get the lowest prices and discover our easy in-store financing and low payment plans. Plus, get the fastest delivery in East Texas. Get your credit pre-approved online at blakefurniture.com today.
Have you sustained a bone, joint, work, or sports injury? Problems with mobility or movement? Suffer with pain? Contact Azalea Orthopedics. Our specialists serve patients across East Texas. For proven, trusted medical care, you have a choice. Demand Azalea.
All right, welcome back, folks. We go to the top of the fifth. Atkinson remains out there for the Rough Riders.
And this is smoked. That is a fair ball down the third baseline. It goes all the way into left field. Runner heads for second. Vadrine finally gets to it in the deep corner. And a leadoff double by the Bulldogs. So a correction, that was Buck Bonio who came in relief in the for the Bulldogs last inning. Sorry about that. Couldn't see his number.
Of course, like you said, well, Atkinson can eat up these innings. It makes a big difference for Friday night.
Yeah, we need him to pitch as long as he can here. And there's a strike call.
I think that's 1-1. I don't think the scoreboard out here has got it correct. There we go.
Lout sets up outside and gets the pitch. 2-1. And a check swing is going to be dropped by Lout. They'll throw him out at first base. The runner from second does go. He tagged up, and when the throw went down, he went to third. So they were able to steal third on the play. The Riders do get the out, but give up an extra base. A lot of pinch hitters coming up. We'll do the best we can. This is number 9 for the Bulldogs. He is Landon Mojica. I hope I said that right. His first at bat of the contest. And he fouls the first pitch he sees. Big curveball. And Atkinson gets the strike on the curveball. Nice pitch.
Mm-hmm.
So 0-2 here to Mojica. And that curveball goes behind the batter. And this one saws him off. It's going to come off the handle. Milford can only go to first base. It gets away from Lane at first base. A run scores. Mojica will go to second. All Milford had to do is toss it over. He kind of flicked the ball, and it got in the dirt and got past Lane. Tough break for the Riders.
Man, oh, man.
What should have been out number 2 turns into a double on the throwing error. And this one's going to be fouled away. So it is 12-0 here. And another pinch hitter has come into the game. This will be number 13, Cade Ross, is at the plate. And the count to Ross is 1-1. And the big curveball, another strike from Atkinson on the curve. Finally got that pitch working his way. 1-2 to the batter with one away. And that one's going to hit the batter, and Ross is on with a hit by pitch. So this will be Hunter Leach, number 30, pinch hitting. Leach has got 2 men on, 1 out. And he fouls back a strike. Atkinson came right at him with a good fastball there. And this one gets away and goes all the way to the backstop. Both runners will advance a base.
Go 13, you all right?
Atkinson, another one of those young guys, sophomore out there. He is a force on the football field.
Wait a minute. That's number, is that 14 or is that 13? That's Vadrine, and is it not?
Did we miss a pitching swap? I believe you're right. We've been calling all of this for Atkinson, but that is Gage Vadrine on the mound this inning, folks. Sorry about that. The only excuse I have is they have the same hairstyle.
Yeah, they do.
They look a lot alike from where
one's
we're
14
sitting.
and one's 13.
14 and 13. Sorry about that. So
and I looked up and I saw it's 13. I was like, wait a minute, Atkinson's 14.
Well, and I wondered where Cody suddenly got a curveball that he had not had previous to this inning.
But there you go, mystery solved.
And this one straight up. Lout gets
It's going to stay in.
And not able to make the play. Tough spot. That ball was right on the fence and a mile high. So the count now 1-2 to the batter. One away, men at second and third. And that one gets away from Lau, but not far enough for a runner to score. So the count 2-2. And a good pitch. That's going to be hit to third. Wolf comes up throwing. And they do call him out at first. A run scores from third. So the Riders able to make the play. Wolf had to come all the way across the diamond to make that play. So Leach with an RBI. There are now 2 outs. Runner at third. This is number 11, Ryan Ezernak. Ezernak comes to the plate for the Bulldogs. That pitch inside, 2-0. Low and away, 3-0. a strike finally called, 3-1. I think this is the first time I've seen Vadrine come in relief.
Yes.
And that one will be ball 4. We kind of talked about it a couple of innings ago. Coach Moore running out of arms tonight. Got to save a couple of guys. I know he's thinking Wolf to start and Bellin to relieve on Friday night. So trying to hold those guys back. Number 21 comes into play for the Bulldogs. This is Patrick Malone. He's got runners at first and third with 2 outs. And a ball in the dirt. And a good pitch from Vadrine. The curveball in for a strike, 1-1.
Throw a couple more of those.
Comes back with a fastball, misses low. That pitch outside, 3-1. And another walk issued by Vadrine. So bases full of Bulldogs. And starts him off with a strike. Good pitch from Vadrine. Number 23, we're back to the top of the order, Sam Watson at the plate. He hits a curveball, slow roller, and just foul down the first base line.
Watson's been down 0-2 a couple times, and he's a tough one to get out. I think he shortens up the strike zone and fouls a lot off, and he's been able to work the count back to his favor.
And this one hit foul down the first base line as well. So down in the count here, 0-2. Rough Riders are down 13-0 here in the top of the 5th inning. Bases are loaded with 2 away. And that pitch high out of the zone, 1-2. This is going to be hit hard down the right field line, but foul ball.
Cool.
That one was close.
Yeah.
That would have emptied the bases, but it is a long strike. So everybody will trot back, and we'll do it again.
Gage has got to be real careful with this hitter.
And a swing and a miss. That is a huge out for Gage Vadrine. Leaves the bases loaded, but the Riders find themselves down 13-0. They've got to score a couple of runs when we come back, or this game's going to be over early tonight.
At Aurora Concepts, our team of doctors and advanced practice providers are highly trained and qualified in family medicine. We strive to provide our patients guidance towards the healthiest lifestyle possible. We offer a full spectrum of family medicine, including scheduled appointment, mobile vaccine units, sports physicals, and walk-in visits with no appointment. We accept all major insurances, including Medicaid and Medicare, and we also have the most competitive self-pay rates in the area. For highly trained expert care in East Texas, choose Aurora Concepts. Let us take care of you.
Batters Law Firm is your first choice in personal injury law. Jeff Batters and his staff lead the way in the area with best of Nacogdoches and best of Lufkin votes over the last several years. If your case matters, it's got to be Batters.
So, Billy Don, tell us about Brookshire Brothers.
Well, they got just about everything. Got good produce section, a fine meat market, and oh, that chicken. Winner, chicken dinner. And the pharmacist is great, and the people there make it worthwhile. They always got specials if you pay attention. And that manager, he's a nice fella. And the thing is, you can shop at Brookshire's day or night. A lot more night after daylight savings.
Brookshire Brothers Center.
Covington Lumber and Building Supplies is in the capable hand of a third generation of Covingtons. For shingles for your roof, to carpet for your floors, to Farrell Calhoun paint for the walls, bathroom fixtures, and everything in between, Covington's has it, as well as all the lumber you can shake a stick at. Lumber for your home or for other fun projects. You find it all at Covington's.
What is the best way to communicate to the people that you want to communicate to? You put a sign in your yard. It says, vote for me or vote for my friend. It says, congratulations. It says, happy birthday. It can even say, I love you. For the most important messages, it's the Sign Shop. Find them on Cascade Drive, the sign. You know what's nice about living in a small town like Center? Long-standing tradition, like Schaffner's Washateria. Owner Will Blackshear is proud of the fact that the Washateria has been right there since his grandfather opened it 2 generations ago. But you know what's great about Schaffner's Washateria? It's modern. It's kept up with the times. Whatever your needs, large or small, Schaffner's is ready. Owner Will Blackshear says, enjoy the post-game show.
The following is a true story from Count Dracula about Schaffner's Washateria.
So I was home alone minding my own business when my wife was out of town. Suddenly, from nowhere, a minivan full of ghosts barged through the front door without opening it. They go to the bedroom and steal all my sheets and wear them around the house. Then suddenly they threw them on the floor and got back in the minivan. I have to get my sheets clean before my wife gets home. How do I do it? Schaffner's Washateria, serving vampires and Shelby Countyans for 3 generations. The Dracula family uses Schaffner's.
Schaffner's Washateria, Center, Texas.
Center Motor Company. From whatever angle you look at it, you see Ford. Ford trucks, SUVs like the Bronco, and iconic cars like the Mustang. A legacy managed by Kevin Jones and created by Ray Jones. Center Motor Company on Hurst Street in Center.
Since 1958, Schaffner's Washateria. 30 top loader machines, 24 dryers, open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, with attendant on duty 13 hours. There's free Wi-Fi available and drop-off wash and fold service as well. Opened by Joe Schaffner and run by his grandson Will Blacksher, just off the Shelbyville Highway near the square, Schaffner's Washateria.
Life is all about planning, and JBA Financial Services is here to help you with your financial future. Call or come by today to set up a consultation and discover what it's like to deal with the experts when it comes to investing for retirement or quality life and health insurance products. John Black, Jason Locke, and Michael Black are your experienced JBA Financial Services representatives, helping you to make the right choice for over 30 years, right here at home. JBA Financial Services, working to secure your family's future.
You know what's nice about living in a small town like Center? Long-standing tradition, like Schaffner's Washateria. Owner Will Blacksher is proud of the fact that the Washateria has been right there since his grandfather opened it 2 generations ago. But you know what's great about Schaffner's Washateria? It's modern. It's kept up with the times. Whatever your needs, large or small, Schaffner's is ready. On behalf of Will Blacksher and Schaffner's Washateria, we say thank you for listening to the Postgame Show. Three-point shot. It's a powering shot, baby. Red Bulls takes it to the house. This has been a presentation of the Rough Rider broadcast team, brought to you by Watlington and Shires Productions.